Hey guys, Chris Dunn here, aka the Boogie Man. I want to show y'all something that's badass. That's this bad boy right here. I'm so excited. This is a 420 B&M Mega Blower. This is going to be the heartbeat for our new engine Huff and Puff to run drag week. This bad boy's going to take that little 406 small block Chevy and put 1,000 horsepower out. Not because listen, we're not going to drag week to play. We're going to drag week to win. Don't forget that. But I bought this blower used. I got a pretty good deal on it, but it needs to be restripped and the bearings need to be worked. And I can't stand polish. We're going to do some work out here, get it powder coated. So what we're going to do is take it over to PH Fab, which is Phil Hartmann over in Belton, South Carolina. Man, he's a badass fabricator, but also he knows a lot about blowers. He's going to rebuild the blower for us and get it ready. Well, I took the gaskets out.
Okay.
It's locked down right now because the bolts need to be loosened up. I just put the covers back.
Okay, okay. So it's locked down tight with because the gaskets are out of it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you already pull the stripping out of it?
No.
Okay. So we can measure that.
No, if you got a Allen bolt wrench, we'll take these off right quick.
Yeah. Here, what do we?
Everything in here is just cool as hell, ain't it? Everything's custom made. Check that out.
You got the next, okay, you got the rest?
Next one. Edit that out, I got the wrong one, Matt. And like I said, this is not, you know, this is what we want to do.
Right.
So.
You want just a case powder coated, you're thinking?
I'm thinking let's powder coat the whole thing, but I mean, it don't really, I just can't stand polished stuff.
I don't blame you.
I just don't. If it's up to me, let's just wrinkle coat it. I don't care.
Right. Well, I need to probably take you over to Tinsley's. You'd be surprised what you can do.
Yeah, I mean, something like a gunmetal gray or something, or black. I don't really care. I just cannot stand polished. And the Boogie Man I ain't putting no shit on there.
Okay.
And you know, and like I said, I'm learning about the blowers, and we got good stuff. This engine, everything. I'm talking about right crank, brand new pistons, rods, block, heads.
Cool.
In fact, I got the heads at Bobby McAllister's right now, and he's doing, even they're brand new, but he's doing a little exhaust port work on them.
Okay. For
the blower. So, you know, we want 1,000 horsepower. I don't want to be able to turn it back because I don't need 1,000 horsepower. But I'd rather go there and be prepared, and have plenty of horsepower than not have enough horsepower.
And you got new bearings and everything?
I got new everything.
Okay.
I don't know why that thing is doing what it's doing.
Oh, you got you got 2 screws here yet to take these off?
That's what's got it.
For the covers.
That's what's got it locked down.
I was just gonna try to turn it over so we can see the, okay.
That's because there's no gasket in here?
Right, right.
Like I said, I just took it apart a little bit. This may come off the back. I don't really know much about the blower, I ain't gonna lie to you.
So a lot of times, like, you have to check your end clearances because you want so much end play, and then you'll check your outside or OD clearances, and these will actually get machined down when we get them, slide them in.
See, that's what I was afraid to try.
Right.
Because I know that you got to fit this in, you know, what 10 thousandths or so tight. So it actually, or do you leave 10 thousandths in it?
No, usually you want 2.5 to 3 thousandths is like what we do on the top fuel cars. Now this one may go maybe a little bit looser because the last thing you want to do is go and wipe it out.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, you're trying to make. We're in, you know, with the top fuel stuff, we're trying to be tight and not worry about wiping our strips out. You, on the other hand, you probably wanted a little bit on the loose. You wanted a little bit on the looser side, so you're not going to wipe the strips out.
Well, think about this. This is what we got to do. We got to drive 200 to 300 miles every day from track to track.
Right.
Then we got to get to the track, convert the car back over, make the fastest quarter-mile pass we can in a 4-speed gasser, and then convert it back over, and now let's go to.
So maybe you should take 2 motors.
Yeah.
Just swap.
They won't let you do that.
Really?
No, you're allowed to. I think you're not allowed to take the.
You could probably take the blower off, but then
you could change the blower. You could fix the blower. You can change heads, I think.
Right.
You can. You cannot change the bottom end. You can change anything but the bottom end.
Okay.
And you can only have it shipped to the track. Gotta remember something, we gotta drive it and
I was
haul
gonna
all
say,
our
you
stuff
got
with it.
the trailer.
Which I got, yeah, well, I got all the aluminums in. I just got it all in to our fab shop next door.
Right.
So I'm gonna start a trailer next week. And I'm actually building a trailer kind of cool.
What can I get you? Anything else?
Like a little screwdriver flathead or something. I'm gonna pop this off. What I'm gonna do.
Sure, which one you?
This will work. What I'm gonna do, because I just had it off. I didn't even put it on there, tied it off.
Right.
Is I've got a set of slots that I narrowed down that is going to be the trailer wheels. So
nice.
I'm gonna got aluminum slots. It's gonna have
That'd be
aluminum slot trailer wheels just like that matches the car.
Okay.
And they're spare fronts. So if I was to have a problem with fronts, I'm gonna use my Moroso front runners.
Right.
And that's what I'm gonna use.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah, so I think it's kind of cool. You know, I want it to kind of look, you know, I don't want it to look like totally 60s, because I'm gonna build it enclosed too.
Right.
So it keeps all
cool.
my stuff from getting wet.
Yeah, because you never know what you're gonna run into. You got the fun gears. Okay. Yeah, that won't be a problem at all. It's 2-lobe. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nothing at all. Get the gears off when we get it all taken apart.
Let me tell you what my old man used to tell me growing up. When you got a toothache, go to the dentist.
Right.
This blower's going to the dentist.
Yep.
So we appreciate your help.
No problem. No problem. Knock it out and get it done.
The tip of the day this week is going to be a fabricational tip. Man, when I was a kid, we didn't have all this fancy equipment like we do next door now with like upright bandsaws and vertical bandsaws and horizontal bandsaws. We got all like the coolest bandsaws in the whole wide world. All we had was a porta-band. Now, for you young people, a porta-band is a portable bandsaw. It's about this big. You hold it with your hand and you crank it up and you get a little electric button on it. Y'all don't even know nothing about that. If I want to cut this rear end back in the day, and I want to cut it nice and straight, there's a lot of tricks to cutting round pipe, whether it's this rear end tube or it's a piece of pipe this small or roll cage, it don't really matter. I'm going to show you a couple of tricks today. First trick, this is what you call a pipe wrap. This is what pipe fitters use. This is how you pipe fitters. Now, I am not smart enough to know how to use this chart on here, but when I was younger, I worked in the millwrights with Floor Daniel, and this is what the pipe fitters used. It's cool. This is called a pipe wrap. You literally go around the pipe, whether it's small or big, and you pull it tight like this right here, and that holds it straight, and you mark your line. You can find these at mostly, I would say, your steel pipe supplier in your town. Plumber's not going to have this. It's going to have to be somewhere that sells steel pipes, just welding and fabricational stuff. Another trick, just good old masking tape. I've already marked a 3.5 here, 3.5 here, and I got a 3.5 here, and about 4 places, and you can just take regular old 30-day masking tape and come around the lines, and there you go. That is a perfect line to cut with your porta-band. That's another trick. And this is tricks you can do at home when you don't have fancy equipment. This is the coolest trick that a lot of people don't know about. Hose clamp. You can take a hose clamp literally, and you can actually use it as a cutting guide, which is the coolest thing in the world. And you can put it on your marks and lay your saw up against it. And it works so perfect. You just hold it to your mark. And the good thing about a hose clamp is the hose clamp actually will pull itself straight. And if you look around, it'll be touching every line because the hose clamp automatically wants to pull itself straight when you tighten it up. So that's just some of the tricks you can use to when you want to cut this pipe using a portable bandsaw or a hacksaw if you just got enough time on your hands to do it. And that'll keep it straight. Lots of times I'll do this and I've got to take 4 inches out of this rear end housing. I'll use that as a good way to hook my tape to mark my next 4 inches. Also, I like to cut 1 inch, double check it, and use it the same way. So a hose clamp's a real good friend. Hose clamp, tape, or good pipe wraps, what it's called. Any of these things will help you when it comes to cutting anything round. You know, square's easy. That's just take you a square and mark you some lines. Round's a little bit more complicated. I hope this helps you. Chris Dunn, tip of the day.